So that's it. So not not a great haul this time, but I feel like all things considered, you know, unfortunately didn't get anybody who's going to be a huge difference maker this upcoming year, but you know, I tend to be you know, building for the future here. Speaking of building for the future, I need to take care of these RFAs. So let's see what we got. Looks like we got 22 million in cap, and we've got a bunch of guys that I drafted that I should probably, you know, probably sign here soon. I think like that was my second round pick from last year. I don't know, I mean, I don't know how soon I want to really get these guys in, but I feel like, I mean, this guy's 20. I should probably think about getting some of these guys in the AHL, because, you know, I don't know how, I don't know if I should rush it or if I should wait until, you know, they get a little bit older. I mean, that was my first round pick. He's a 65. He might be worth, I mean, they got him listed as a bottom 6 forward. He might be a guy worth signing, just dump it in the AHL for a year and seeing what happens, because I don't know how much they're actually progressing playing in juniors. But I don't know, I might wait on it, I guess. And this guy's 20. So he was my 4th round this year. In this past draft. I didn't realize he was already 20. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna hold off and wait until they're free agents. So we got Polak. He's playing on I think the 3rd line right now, but he's 30, and you know, I like having him on the 3rd pair. I'll see what I can do with him. I might wait. Oh, I might come back to him here in a second. I mean, Eric Fair seems to be doing pretty good for me. He's not asking for a whole lot. I think I paid him like 1.9 last year. He's looking for, you know, what, at 1.7. I'll give him 1.5 to have him play on that 3rd line. Fratton, you know, they got him as a top 6, but he hasn't yet really developed into that kind of a player. I mean, look at this. I mean, he's basically taken a 2-way contract for, you know, 3 years. That's not a top 6 type of guy. So yeah, I don't know. I might hold on to him just for depth purposes, but he's not a guy. I don't think he's gonna meet his expectations. I mean, this is another one. Just like Trevor Smith, yeah, he's now 31. They got him as a top 6 forward. He's a top 6 forward. He's not an AHL guy. Not somebody I'm really, you know, I'm not real big on that. I'm not huge on having these AHL guys kind of just sit down there and rot. I mean, I like to have guys in the AHL that are gonna move up eventually. So I'm gonna let him go. You know, I don't really want people like that kind of soaking up spots from young talent that I'm trying to develop. You know, I'm gonna sort this by position. So Kadri Bozak, okay. So Holland, you know, I've been letting him sit down in the AHL for a while. He's still willing to work on a 2-way contract, which is kind of amazing because I kind of expected him to want something more. But I'm picking him up for the max. I'm going 3 years. I'm gonna give him, you know, whatever, you know, 0.875, because I think he is gonna be that guy. I mean, they got him listed as medium potential, bottom 6, but I think sooner rather than later he's going to be on that third line. And speaking of third line, Steve Ott, he's been my third line guy, and you know, I don't know how well it's been working out, but he's a guy that he's done well for me the last couple years. Unfortunately, I'm letting him go. I got to get some energy on that third line, and he's done well the last couple years, but need a little bit more. Especially, again, I got a lot of these young guys like Holland and whatnot that I want to get in, and I want to get some playing time. So, you know, we'll see where he ends up after training camp, but he might be a guy I move up to the third. As far as lefties go, Richie got a couple points. Winnick, I picked up Bowman. Broll, they got him as a bottom 6. I wonder what I can do. He'll take a two-way. That's huge. I'll go ahead and you know, he's only 23. I'll sign him to a 3-year deal. That'll put him at 26. I'll know by then where he's at. Another 23-year-old. They got him as a potential top 9. He's willing to take a two-way as well. I'm gonna do the same thing with him. This guy can bring up. He's not hitting my cap. This guy, on the other hand, doesn't. Ross. I mean, they got a low potential to be a bottom 6 guy. I don't know. I'm not totally sold on him, but Troy Brody, he's 31. They got him as a bottom 6 forward, but I don't think he's doing anything. He's just. I think he's been the same rating every year, and he's 31. No, had enough. He's gone. So that puts me at. Richie and JVR and Winnick. Bowman will be in the AHL. If these two guys accept, they will. Craig will be there. So that's good. You know, I kind of weeded out. Yeah, Ross is done. I'm top with this guy. I had enough. So I'm good, both AHL and NHL. I'm gonna go ahead and he's 21. I'm gonna offer him the entry-level contract. That'll round it out. Let's see about the right. A bunch more of these guys just eating up space. So Simmons, Stahlberg, McCarron, Nylander, Ashton. I mean, I got a lot of guys that to have to play here on the right. Re-signing Fair. I'm re-signing Fratton. Oh, and then I got Panik, who was really good for me last year, by the way. He's a guy that I think there's a potential that he could be, you know, a top 6. I mean, they're saying he's a top 6 guy, but I think he's going to be a top 6 guy. I mean, he played on the second line last year. I think he's going to stay on the second line. I'm going to make a commitment to this guy. I'm kind of rolling the dice on him, but I'm going to make a commitment, 5 years, see if, you know, if it doesn't work out, I can always slide him down to the third line, but $2.5 million for 5. I'm going with it, see what happens here. But because of that, I really don't need all these guys. Like, unfortunately, I probably should. Unfortunately, I can't redact my offer because I almost would rather redact my offer from Fratton, but I guess I'm kind of stuck with that. Man, I got so many. I got 3 draft guys. I got 3. I mean, good thing like Fair and and Stahlberg and whatnot are getting older, because I got 3 guys, 3 prospects, at least one of which is probably going to be playing in the bigs. So Girardi was my big acquisition. Got him. Got Shattenkirk, Gardner, Finn, Gravel. I mean, I'm pretty set on defensemen, which kind of brings me back to, I got a couple guys I need to re-sign. They're going to be important, and the big one is going to be Morgan Riley. I mean, I got Shattenkirk, I got Gardner, but Riley is the guy. So let me see what he's going to cost me. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to come cheap. You know, I want to go long because I don't want to get stuck having to pay him like, you know, 9 million or something, but I don't want to go too long in case he ends up like busting out and ended up just being a second line guy. So I think I'm going to settle around, I think I'm going to go like 6 years and do like 5.5 and see if he takes that. And then Polak, you know, he's looking for 2 and some change. I might just start going year to year with him. Yeah, you know, I'll give him his 2, but I'm gonna go 2.25. And Percy, man, it's just another guy, man. Like, and he doesn't want to go 2-way. I probably should have paid him instead of Polak, unfortunately. I wasn't even thinking about that. Let me see here. So Polak's a righty. I'm guessing Percy is too. Oh no, Percy's a lefty. Okay, so that works out. And he'd be my 6th guy. So I can deal with that. Let me just see what kind of a contract he's looking for. Oh, that's great. I mean, he's another guy. I'm gonna take a flyer on here. I'm going big. I'm gonna give him like a 7-year deal and like a 6-year deal at like a million and some change, because if it works out, then you know, I'll have a top 6 guy that I won't have to worry about paying. Let's hope everybody took these offers. That's fingers crossed. I wonder what I'm gonna have left. I had 22. I'm curious, because I'm paying some of these guys. I paid a couple of those guys. Polak rejected. Panik accept. Okay, so I saw Farah didn't accept, and I saw that Polak didn't accept. And Farah not accepting might not be bad, because I did have a lot of right wingers. So I signed him like an idiot without looking. But yeah, it's not a cap issue, because I got 15 million or something left. So it's got to be something else that's. I probably should have read the message instead of just clicking through. But yeah, centers 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I mean, I got 4 in the AHL, 4 in the NHL, and I got 2 more kind of on the way next year. Lefties, I got 4 and 4. Looks like JVR, and then I would like to be able to get. I mean, it's probably gonna be Richie. It's probably JVR, Richie, and then Winnick and somebody else. Don't know exactly who that's gonna be quite yet. I'll have to, I'll take a look at that in free agency. That'll be something